underpinning behind all the incarnations who have come to bless humanity. When Sri Krishna came as the Narayana, Arjuna was the Nararishi. When Sri Ramachandra came, Mahavir Hanuman was the Nara. When Buddha came, Ananda was the Nara. When the Lord incarnated as Jesus the Christ, Saint Peter was the Nara. When Sri Ramakrishna came as the Avatara of the present age, Swami Vivekananda, Narendranath was the Nararishi. We know the story as told by Swami Ramakrishna himself. He said, my mind was soaring higher and higher, and even beyond where the realm of the Deva-Devis existed, and beyond the human and the mental and the causal realm, I saw 7 rishis steeped in meditation and samadhi. As I was looking on, the luminosity which was surrounding, enveloping everything, a portion of that light condensed in the form of a small child, and it came clasped the neck of one of the rishis and said in a very sweet voice, I am going, you too should come with me. At the divine touch of this child, the rishi woke up from his samadhi and looking upon this child whom he recognized as the darling of his heart, smiled assent, again went deep into samadhi. When Sri Ramakrishna saw Narendra for the first time, he could recognize Narendra as the Nararishi from the Saptarishi, and we recall the incident where Sri Ramakrishna takes Narendra to the roll veranda with folded hands. He prays to him, Jani Prabhu, tumi Shri Chirantan, Shanatan, Puratan, Nararishi, Jivakalanir Janna, Manushya Sharit Haran Pariyashichu. I know you are that Nararishi and you have assumed this human body for the good of mankind. Hitaya Drinam Naramurti Mantam Viveka Anandamaham Namami, in the words of Swami Ramakrishna. What was Naren's reaction? Naren immediately thought, he was a teenager, you should remember, Mahabhakta Pagal, আমি কোথাকার নরঋষি হলাম, আমি বিশ্বনাথ দত্তের ছেলে, mark this word, I'll come back to that again. বিশ্বনাথ দত্তের ছেলে, আমাকে আবার নরঋষি আবার কি? একদম ভক্ত পাগল। After some time when he came back to Sri Ramakrishna's room in the Krineshwar, Sri Ramakrishna was speaking normally to everybody, smiling and joking. Sri Narendra Datta could not reconcile this. Just now I saw this mad talk of this person calling me Nararishi when I am the son of Vishwanath Datta. Next moment I see is absolutely normal. He could not reconcile. A deep conflict was raging in his heart. We should deeply meditate upon these incidents because it is not so easy to understand Sri Ramakrishna, and Narendra struggled for years and years. When Nivedita could not surrender to Vivekananda as much as Sister Christine and Miss McLeod did, Nivedita was very unhappy. She felt, why is it that I am not able to surrender to my master? Swami Vivekananda read the unspoken word and said, let none regret that they find it hard to surrender. I fought my master for 6 long years and know every inch of the way, every inch of the way. He fought his master again and again. Then Sri Ramakrishna wanted to impart the highest Vivekananda Samadhi to Narendranath on the first day of his meeting by divine touch. Narendranath saw the entire world was whirling around, and the world and the surroundings and he himself, his ego, his littleness, everything was vanishing into some kind of a void, and unable to bear this vanishing of his little ego and individuality, he cried out, "Oh, ki korcho, amar baap ma achhe." Remember the Narendranath, who thought about himself as so strong, Baliyan. Just now we saw Vivekananda. I am just presenting a contrast picture of Narendranath, how he became to acquire this Viratva. Every one of us passes through these stages. What are they doing to me? I have parents at home. But the divine embodies itself as a human being. He or she is touched with individuality. Later on, Swami Vivekananda used to make fun of the Westerners. You Westerners are terribly afraid of losing your individuality, making fun of them. Then he asked Swami Vivekananda, "What did you do, sir, when you were Narendranath?" You also cried. It is not easy to give up one's individuality as much as the universality. You see the parallel in Bhagavan Bhashyakara Shankaracharya's commentary in the Kathopanishad. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu moolotma na prakashate drishyate tvagriya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshini. It's a remarkable verse. This Atman cannot be known by the mind, by the senses, but it can be intuited. Drishyate tu agriya buddhya by a buddhi, which is extremely sharpened, purified, by whom Sukshma Darshati, those who are habituated to seeing that which is subtle and subtler and subtlest. There Bhagavan Bhashyakara Shankara Bhagavatpada writes, "Oho Digambhira Duravagakya Vichitra Chayyam Maya Yadayam Sarvo Jantuhu Paramarthada Paramatma Swarupo Api Evam Bodhyamano Api Aham Paramatma Iti Nagrinhati Anukshmano Api Aham Amushya Putra Iti Grinhati." Remarkable is this Maya, by which, although constantly being told by the Guru and the Shastras that you are identical with the Supreme Spirit, this embodied being does not accept that he is the Paramatman. Although not being told, he accepts himself as the son of so and so. I am the son of Vishwanath Datta, that's what he cried. How he tallies with his Bhashya. What was Ramakrishna's reaction? He was somewhat confused, disappointed. And he thought to himself, am I catching on the wrong person? I thought he is another Rishi come down to earth. Why is he reacting like this? He wanted to find out the truth again. The next day when he came alone, he told Narendranath, Lakshmaneshwar, Judumalli's Baganbadi, garden house. Put him into a deep trance, deeper than the samadhi which he had experienced earlier. Narendranath couldn't escape. He was trying to resist. Because this Bhagavad is coming and touching me, I should be extremely careful. But he lost himself, went deeper and deeper in his own realm of consciousness, whatever we don't know what it is. Then Ramakrishna says later, in that state I asked him many questions. Who was he? Where did he come from? What is the purpose of his coming? How long will he stay on this earth? And delving deep into his being, he answered these questions correctly according to my expectation. Then I knew he is the Nararishi Narayana. At every point, Ramakrishna tested him, and the moment he knew he has caught on to the right person, who he initially commissioned to come down. Ramakrishna, being a very intelligent avatar like Sri Krishna, booked Narendra's coming even before he came. The booking was done, flight tickets were purchased, you have to come, I go, then you come. Then he saw Narendra is the man, he is my man, he will do my work. Although he never used the word my, ekankar, but this work, mother's work. But Narendra would have none of it. Narendra was the influence of Brahma Swamiji. Let's go back to Narendra now. Let Vivekananda rest for some time. Influence of Brahma Swamiji. And Sri Ramakrishna, being the extraordinarily intelligent avatar like Sri Krishna, was very fond of Keshav Chandra Sen. You know why? Because he would collect all the best specimens of his disciples from Keshav Chandra Sen's camp, hijacking them, cajoling them, come to the Dakshineshwar once. You sing so well, sing me a song. But he had great love for Keshav Chandra Sen. If the leader is caught, then the disciples also will all come. And how much love he showed Keshav Chandra Sen. রাত্রে হঠাৎ ঘুম ভেঙে গেল, কাঁদতে কাঁদতে মাকে বললাম, মা কেশবের যদি কিছু হয়ে যায়, কলকাতা গেলে কার সঙ্গে কথা কইব? ছনছনিয়া কারে বাড়িতে ডাব চিনি মেনেছিল। He tells this to the devotees, and all the devotees are so happy. Oh, Sri Ramakrishna has so much love for our master. He was the influence of Brahma Swamiji, and Sri Ramakrishna wanted to put Advaita into him. Look at the drama, how it unfolds. Narendra was Dasanudasa, brought up in the dualistic sadhana, king of kings. Raja Rajeshwara is a common phrase used in the Brahma Swamiji towards God. Raja Rajeshwara Dekhade and so on. Then Sri Ramakrishna called him, closed the door, took a small book from below the pillow, then told him, please read this for me. Ashtavakra Samhita, one of the greatest books of Advaita Vedanta. Narayan reads a few pages and said, it's a blasphemy to call oneself identical with the Supreme Being. I will not read this. Ramakrishna knew how to cajole Narendranath. The greatest weakness of Nararishi, Narendranath, is that he will not do anything for himself, but sorrow of the human beings, problems of human beings, anything concerning Nara is placed before him, he will shed tears and melt. That was the trick which Ramakrishna played before him. আমি তো মুখ্য, আমি তো বুঝতে পারি না, পড়তে পারি না রে, আমার জন্য একটু পড়। Oh, not for me? Sure, then I will read. Ramakrishna knew as he goes on reading, the ideas will go deeper and deeper into him. This is a significant characteristic of Shiva and the characters of Nararishi. Nothing for himself. Swami Vivekananda later on wrote the Shiva Stotram. Durita Darana Daksham Dakshayadattadosham Karita Karikalankam Kamrakasarakantam Parahita Karanaya Prana Pracheda Pritam Nadanayana Niyuktam Nilakantham Namamaha Parahita Paranaya Prana Pracheda Pritam. For the sake of others, he can give up his life, not for myself. So Ramakrishna knew, just for my sake, you please read this. till what he read went deep into him, converted him one of the greatest Advaitins of all time. That Narendra used to cry in the Brahma Samaj and sing, Tumi Tribhuvananath Pami Vikhari Anath Kemone Bolibo Tomai Esho Mama Hridaye Jabeki Dinamai. One of the very first songs which he sang, that Narendra says, I am a beggar in the street and you are the Lord of the three worlds. How can I tell you, oh my Lord, that you come and sit in my heart? How can I tell you? That Narendra Nath, transformed in the paragon of Advaitis, later on, rode from worldly platform. Never forget the glory of human nature. Buddhas and Christ are but waves of the infinite ocean which I am, thumping his chest. Ramanana quotes it in his book. What a transformation takes place. But remember, we have discussed with Narendra Nath. It didn't happen in a day. He put Advaita into him because he comes from the realm of the indivisible, Akhande Khore Lok, Ramkrisno says. But he has to walk here in this world. His field of work in Khander Ghar, not Akhande Ghar. That realm belongs to Mahamaya, belongs to Shakti, belongs to Kali. Now, how to make Narayan accept Kali? He will not accept Kali. Once again, go back to the Brahma Samaj training. They will not accept any Murti Puja, any form. But how to make Narendra accept Kali? Look at the Nara Leela, Nara Narayana Leela unfolding. Narayan's father passed away. Vivekananda is so liberally a father. All those people who were under his patronage, anytime they used to come, they would eat, they would sleep there. And so liberally Vivekananda spent money on them. The moment his father passed away, all of them turned against Narendranath and the family. Mother was crying. Narendranath was singing at one time about the goddess Kripamaya, goddess all merciful. Then his mother Bhuvaneshwari became so cross. Tham! Ki korlen Bhagavan amader jonno? Baba chole gelen. Sob eshe ghare boshe kheto. এখন সব বিরুদ্ধে চলে গেল ভগবান কি করলেন তোমাদের জন্য this sentence it is recorded entered deep into Narendra and then tore him to pieces. Yes, what did God do to me? Became an agnostic. It was reported to Sri Ramkrisno. Bhavanath came and told him, I could never imagine Narendra will do like this. Narendra has completely become an agnostic. He goes to places which are very questionable. This came to Narendra's ears. If Ramkrisno also believes this to be true, I'd never go to him again. When he heard the reaction of Ramkrisno was said, তোর মুখ দেখবো না মা আমাকে দেখিয়ে দিলে নরেন কখনো এরকম হতে পারে না I will not see your face again. Mother has showed me Naren will never go that way. When he heard, and I was in tears. Even one's parents will not have so much faith in their sons. Suffering and suffering. Can you imagine the person of Narendranath's caliber in those days? He could not get a small job of 5 rupees. He was teaching in Vidyasagar's school, and the students were made to complain against Narayan Master. Narayan Master porate paren na. Narayan Master Shikha dite paren na. About whom Ramkrisno wrote down Narayan Shikha debe. One who was going to be the Jagat Guru of this Yugacharya could not teach the school children. That's the complaint. He lost that job. No food to eat. Very often he'll go without food, and the mother and the brothers